Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. My name is Storm. Today I'm playing not solo leveling. I meant Sword Art Online Integral Factor. This isn't solo leveling. I mean the anime for solo leveling was made by the same studio as the anime of Sword Art Online, but not the same show. Anyways, if you enjoyed, please subscribe. It helps out a ton and encourages me to make more videos like this. If you want to see the previous episodes, go check them out in the description down below. Yeah. So, last episode, we did a bunch of the missions that we missed out on. But yeah, I forgot about all of these. Let's just quickly get these done with. Oops. If I sound like I have a stuffy nose, it's because I do have a stuffy nose. And I've had a stuffy nose all day. And I blow my nose and it comes back in like 2 minutes because my allergies are flaring up and it sucks, but it happens every year and there's nothing I can do about it. So yeah, if I don't sound the greatest, it's because of my allergies. Right now, my goal for this episode is to make it through it without my allergies just murdering me. We're gonna see if I can do that. But first things first, let's go take on a daily quest. With all seriousness though, I think this episode we're going to be advancing in the story more. Yeah. I don't know exactly what we'll be doing, because I have not played this game before. This is my first time, so I don't know where the story's going right now. Challenged by yourself, yeah. I think I accidentally clicked the wrong boss. This was the coal boss. I meant to do the XP boss. Yeah, coal version. Whoops. And now you're not going to let me do it again. No. Great. So for my mission panel, all I have to do is beat 4 or 5. So I doubt that'll happen this episode, but pretty soon I should be getting the whole panel finished. The Asuna mission panel, whatever it was. I wonder what will happen when I complete all of them. Because I haven't played this game before. I really just don't know. So, now I think we can go talk to Klein. Hi, Klein. I really don't remember what we've been doing. I'm trying to find the ghost girl or whatever. The ghost player. Not ghost girl, just ghost player. Sorry for the wait. Things got complicated for us. You seem like you had a hard time too. Why don't you tell us what happened? Okay, well, the floor boss is a living statue, just like in the beta. Moving statue in a game like this means we're dealing with either a golem or a gargoyle. The boss of the 5th floor is a large golem. Not only is it large, it also has high defense. I heard it took nearly 100 players to take it down in the beta. You're talking about when several raid parties got demolished and only managed to defeat it going at it in waves. That's a tough enemy when you can't die. I agree that with the avoid and defend strategy. We need even more offense and defense. A good tank to be our wall will also be our key to beating it. How hard can it be? These bosses aren't that difficult. We don't know how the attack pattern and enemy account has changed from the beta. We'll have to find that out on the battlefield. Well, I pretty much know what the boss is like because I've seen the progressive movie Deep Night. I've seen it. Good movie. We need to tell everyone in ALS and DKB about how to beat the boss. About that, you might want to talk to the ghost himself. The ghost is here? Hey, no way, is he hiding? I'm not a ghost yet, though I may be something similar to you. Well, this guy should be a ghost in the fact that he should be dead, but in this game they decided that, you know what, we're actually not going to kill a Diavel. I mean, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the anime, he dies there, so. Diavel, where are you? Have you, what have you been doing? You were the ghost? You can't answer that many questions at once. He's got his circumstances. I don't know the details either. Why are you still acting like a ghost? You better tell me why you've been playing us. Yes, of course. After we split up, I stayed on the first floor. I know that you guys have been defeating one floor boss after another, and it wasn't easy. You've been watching us. After you left, the clearing group split in two. We both tried to take leadership, but instead of helping each other, we just held each other back. Even though it was small, I was a guild leader. I know that everybody wants to be on top, but this isn't a normal game. Storm and Kirito try desperately to help, but we're just arguing. It won't be long before something irreparable happens. Okay, exactly. That's why I came back to the front. Then why didn't you come out? You could mobilize plenty of people. Why did you remain in hiding? It'd be quite disgraceful for someone who's called himself a knight and a leader to be grinding levels behind everyone's back. You won't fool us with an answer like that. Of course, you shouldn't underestimate Argo of the Rats. Visually, it looks like the same light armor from the first floor, but he's leveled it up nicely, and his weapon too. You continued leveling on the first floor so you could come back anytime, am I right? The leveling part is true, the motive isn't as beautiful. So why act like a ghost? It's childish to make a ghost story just to scare everybody. The sneaking around was just a byproduct. I came to this floor to get information from old friends. He's an ALS, but only the leaders are allowed to know that information. It'd be bad if people found out he told me. Other players had seen me, so I hid and he covered our tracks to think I'd become a ghost. Then you were just hiding? You don't have any equipment that makes you invisible? I wouldn't have to hide from people if I had such an item. Because of that rumor, players have been avoiding the cemetery, making solo hunting much easier. Was the old friend Kabao? No, okay. No, he doesn't know anything about me. I'm just grateful for him bringing everyone together after I left, though some of his efforts could be better spent. Same goes for the leader of the DKB. Of course, I've got no right to badmouth them since I disappeared on my own, but I want to take responsibility. Why? Does he have something to do with the information your old friend told you? Sorry, I can't talk about it now. Still, there's a huge reward for whoever takes down the 5th floor boss. Regardless of ALS or if ALS or DKB gets it, it'll sure to ruin the relationship between them both. And in the worst case scenario, a war might even break out. A war between players, that could never happen. I wouldn't say never. There are tons out there that would hurt others if it benefited themselves. This is a real problem for us. It's one thing fighting monsters on the daily, but it's another having to deal with players too. Storm, who saw the fighting between ALS and DKB firsthand, would know. It's terrible, but it just might happen. Well, before that does happen, let's hightail it to the boss floor. What? So after ALS, DKB are unified, you want us to fall under the same banner? Sorry, bud, but Furin Kazan goes its own way. What's that? Like, I don't know. Like how we're gonna be underlings for a bigger guild. Oh, is that the name of his guild? Of Klein's guild? I don't know. I'm not going to make a new guild. I just want to go with a superior select few. For example, everyone here. This boss took 100 players to beat during the beta. What do you think you are, suddenly appearing and expecting us 5 to fight? That's not the plan at all. Soon, a couple more will come help. Okay, you blue-haired weirdo. That's a pretty compelling story, but you do realize this is a suicide mission, right? I sure do, and that's why I want you to see my true power for yourself. And if you're willing to tag along, then I'd go into more detail about what I said earlier, I promise. You're thinking about doing PvP? I have a more logical way. Just before the labyrinth on the 5th floor, there's a huge maze you have to get through. But if you complete a certain quest, an NPC will bring you directly to the labyrinth. We were actually looking into that. It looks like pulling it off due to these stupid ghosts has come and bit our behinds. So you're saying you want our help to finish the quest, yes? Well, I was gonna put it in the guidebook anyway, so why not? Thanks a lot. It's just better to have more people and time on our hands. I want both Argo and Klein to clear the gimmicky dungeon. I'll be tagging along. Storm, I think you can help out with clearing the tower ruins if it's monsters? Sure. I knew you'd say that. Seems like I was right counting on you. Thanks. Alright, throw this coin into the fountain inside the tower ruins. Take down the moldy mummy that appears and collect the key item. You received an old coin from Diavel. Okay, good. I got an old coin now. So you want us to fish out the hidden monster with a coin. According to the quest details, it's a wretched ghost of a gambler that lost his life when he was caught cheating. So it's more like a mummy than a ghost. Don't waste your time on that. Let's get moving if we're done talking here. Once you've finished off the enemy, head towards the front of floor 5 labyrinth. Good luck. What kind of information would make guild members clash heads? Anyway, let's head to the front of the maze area after we beat the monsters up. Seems like only one to take down, so this quest doesn't look all that bad. We should be careful. We should still be careful. Now I know, because, again, I've watched Deep Night, I know why, the item from the floor boss of floor 5 would cause the two guilds to fight. If you've not seen the movie, well, you should see it. It's a really good movie. But I'm not gonna say much about it. But it's like this guild flag or whatever. I'm not gonna say much about it just in case you haven't seen the movie and you do plan to. But I mean, it was released like early 2024, so if you were going to see it, you probably already have. But so make it here. Alright. This is the place where we toss the coin in. Here goes nothing. The coin made a small splash and quickly sank to the bottom. Uh-oh. Are we going to die? Several monsters appeared from the dark fog. I know he didn't specify it'd be alone, but I didn't expect a small army. Place your bets, life or death. Don't think you can turn the tables just by throwing more enemies at us. Okay. Here we are. Perfect. And there's this guy. Alright, battle's done. This should be all of them. Yeah, that was so intense. I almost died. My god. Took so much damage during that fight. They freaked out, they freaked me out just a bit. I knew they were coming. I'm just glad they can be killed. So, now we just need the key item. Maybe this is it. An old pair of dice lay where the monsters were destroyed. It's called the Gambler's Heart. I think this is it. Let's bring it back to Diavel. Sure thing. Okay. So, let's just head back. Oh, wait. It's farther in. I thought it was back. Alright. Here we are. So all these guys here. Alright. Hey you guys, over here. Hey Klein, good work. Where's Argo? She had to answer a ton of messages while we were in the dungeon. Being an information broker sure is hard work. Hey, seems you could handle the fetch quest after all. I really didn't expect the gambler to bring his friends, but we're back with the item. That's great. I'll hand it over to the requester. Geez, that guy's really something. You mean Diavel? Yeah, not only are his commands on point, but the guy really knows how to fight. He's a bit over-leveled, but just the way he moves and his timing when using skills is great. It's fun even watching. He's completely unlike the rumors. People said he was too afraid to fight after almost losing his life during the boss fight. Is that what people are saying? Just some low-ranking members were talking about it, that's all. They're right, you know. That's why I've been on the lower floors this whole time. Diavel. Since then, I've been teaching players on the lower floors the best way to farm, helping them level, you know? Even though they're under-leveled, all of them are champing at the bit to join. They're all very passionate people. And they gush just thinking about the top guild without even knowing my face or name. Or that I ran away from there. And what's wrong with that? I was able to meet Storm over here, but I imagine I'd still be in the town of beginnings if I didn't have someone to fight together with. I knew I wanted to leave and help others, but I was so weak. I didn't know what to do, so I just sat there, flustered. I think I can speak on behalf of everyone here that we're glad Diavel helped us out. That means a lot to hear. I still firmly believe that the guild should be the hope of all players. During that time, I was comforted by the fact that I wasn't the symbol of hope. I became a coward, instilled with the belief that even if I were to disappear, people would still fight for me. You don't have to say it like that. While off the path, you were getting stronger. You're still setting out to clear the game. I, the Great Klein, can assure you that nobody would do what you did, while honestly wanting to run away. And he came back, yeah, he came back. Came back from the grave, because in an alternate universe, he died. The floor boss is still alive. Let's clean this up. Yeah, we've only gone through 4 floors, and the big guilds are already on edge. It'd be a while until we reach floor 100 like this. That's why we have to get the first boss clear bonus before anyone else. So I'd like to ask you again, will you fight beside me? I've seen what you're capable of. You can count me in. To refuse would be a most cowardly thing to do. Storm, what are you going to do? Yeah, I'll help. Sure thing. The bonus which the guilds are fighting for, it's the guild flag, right? Guild flag, is that like some kind of guild banner or something? Interesting. Tell me, where did you get your hands on that information? I can tell you for a price. Just kidding. It's from one of our big supporters. Supporter? You don't mean him, do you? If so, then there's nobody better. Guys, care to elaborate what's going on? I'm kind of lost here. Oh, excuse me. First I'll explain the guild flag. It's a common name for the long spear dropped by the 5th floor boss during the beta. Gorgeous weapon, terrible attack power. Players that equipped it could pierce the ground and give all guildies in a 15-meter radius attack, defense, and resistance buffs. Huh? You can buff others just by having it equipped? That's freaking awesome. Also, buff duration lasts as long as it's in the ground, and can buff an unlimited number of guildies. It's a super rare godlike item. ALS has probably learned about this drop, and is trying to get ahead of DKB by having his guild beat the boss first. They'll probably be in a hurry to get through it tonight, don't you think? Absolutely. I got the info from the leader of ALS, and they said they can't stop Cabal on their own. He's really worried. Right now, both ALS and DKB are even, but the guild flag can easily tip the scales. ALS is a group based on sharing. Their ideals are that intel and rewards should be shared between all players in SAO. DKB, on the other hand, has a system of command, and their ideals are that the top players should be symbols of hope for others. That's the Diavel's guild. Their both ideals have, they're both ideals that I instilled, sharing intel, working together, and giving hope to players left in the city. And to think that even then they would break apart. I've caused this. I can't let them destroy each other. We need to, if we get our hands on the guild flag, I don't think anyone's going to get in your way and stop you from uniting the two guilds. Though, as a guild leader myself, I think it'd be better if I had that responsibility. You know what? Sure, Klein. Well, I mean, maybe you shouldn't have it, like... Okay. Well, I wouldn't be opposed to Klein having it. Though in the movie, Kirito gets the flag and just keeps it on him. I'm just pulling your leg, but man, I'd be lying if I said I didn't want it, since the auto buff equip is pretty nice. Still, we don't mess with other people and their affairs. We're not the type to tell people how to play the game. So that's why I'll just leave this to you. What are you, a knight? I think my supporters would agree, since you told us about the shortcut quest. We should be able to meet them inside the labyrinth. This seems pretty shady. You sure you can trust them? Oh, totally. No problems from what I imagined them to be like. Also, before we head off to the labyrinth, let me share the rewards from the boss quest. Then let me know when you get your gear sorted out. There's a lot of dialogue. Okay. So I guess let's talk to him. Ready to go? You're not sure. We'll go. Why not? First, here's intel on the boss. This is info back from the beta. The 5th floor boss is a golem, but it doesn't do any AoE attacks such as breath, just punching and stomping. Oh, area of effect, that's what that is. Its attacks pack quite a punch, so study its attack patterns and dodge well. Guarding whenever you can't dodge is key. We're going to need a tank. I mean, Diavel has a shield, but I don't think that'll cut it. I hope that support can come through. Oh, she got here pretty fast. Oh, here's Asuna. I had to rush through the quest, so glad I made it here in time. So, your supporter was Asuna then? Allow this beater to join. Also, I knew you'd come back, Diavel. Ah, thanks, Kirito. I don't want to see any more guilds fighting amongst each other, so let's win this, Mr. Knight. Let's do this. Holy, if it isn't Kirito, this beater is pretty infamous. You think you're so cool having 2 aliases. Yeah, geez, maybe I should have thought of a cooler name to go by. I can hear the crowd roaring as the gallant and majestic Spearmaster enters the battlefield. I can hear them all shout, X Crimson... What? What is that second word even say? I'm gonna skip it. That's like a bunch of... for... Vrux? I don't know. I don't speak gibberish. Klein. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I can't even read that. That's so cringy. Huh? Well, maybe something simple like... I'm just gonna skip that. Would be better. You haven't changed a bit, Klein. That's just how I am, man. Let's catch up after we bust that golem. Also, I want to know more about that. Okay. Anyway. Diavel, the news of your return will probably spread among the players by tomorrow. I know it's tough, but I'm really counting on you to take control of the situation and bring peace between the guilds. Yeah, I hope everything goes well. Anyway, who's your friend? The name's Litton. Please allow me to fill in for a tank. Also, I heard from my friend that you're quite the leader. Litin, shouldn't you be over at ALS? I care about my friends in ALS, that's why I want to avoid infighting with the KB as much as possible. I'm really relieved that you guys are joining the fight to capture the guild flag. By the way, what happened with Matter? I'm sorry how I ended up kind of pushing her on you. I don't know what happened to Matter. I do think she made it out of the dungeon safely, though. Oh my god, that's so good to hear. Like, ever since then, like, I was so worried and stuff. What the? What I meant to say was, please accept my dearest thanks. Lieutenant, you can give it a rest now. These are good people who won't judge you on your looks. Is that so? Well, it's nice to meet you all. My name's Lyndon. Yeah. Well, I already knew her gender because, again, I've seen the movie. And you guys should see the movie too if you haven't. You can watch it on, like, Crunchyroll if you have the premium for that, so. Anyway, I should stop talking about it. The pleasure stars. Huh, I fleed my own player. Sorry about not realizing it sooner when we met below. No need to say sorry, I hid my gender from everyone. Also, though, SAO is my first VR MMO. I've always played tank classes in other MMOs. So I decided to be a heavy armored tank in SAO, but many people said girls can't be tanks because they're unreliable, even though gender has nothing to do with it. My friend helped me get geared up, but I still had to hide my gender from ALS until I became better friends with all of them. I did it because I wanted to be judged based on my skills and not my gender, even though there are many strong girls now. I mean, there's Asuna and Lifa and even Yuki. More girls have been joining the front line. I look forward to meeting more in the future. What the? Yo, another girl joined? Dude, Kirito, how the heck do you do it? Anyway. Klein is goofy. Hey, don't get so excited. Lytton already has someone, so don't ruin it by acting all weird. Keep it cool. What? Sorry to interrupt your fun time, but if we don't leave now, the groups we passed will catch up. Alright, hey Diavel, it's your call. Okay, alright, we'll split up into parties, stay loose but don't drift apart. Each party is to head straight for the boss room. Boss is a giant golem with our small group of elite force. It's going to be a tough fight. Still, we're all friends here with the same purpose. If we put our strength together, we should win. No, we will win. Even if we do succeed, we still have 95 more floors to go, but the rewards will be huge. Yeah, I had a late start, but I can still give him hell. I'm just glitching to kick some butt. The guild flag should continue on as a symbol of hope during this continuing battle. It should never become the means to start a war. So we must win, not just for ourselves, but for everyone. Alright, let's do this. So much dialogue this episode. Yeah! There's normally a lot of dialogue, that's just how this game is, but this was like a lot of dialogue this time. I'm not actually going to go there. I'm going to end the episode now because it's just too late. So I do hope you did enjoy. If you did, please subscribe. It helps a ton and encourages me to make more videos like this. If you do want to see me play another game, please comment down below what game that is. And with that, have a good rest of your day or night, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!